Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another vlog. I haven't done one for quite some time, and I think during that period there's been at least a couple of new subscribers, and I'd like to say to them thank you for subscribing and welcome to the channel. What I'm going to feature today, and it's only going to be a fairly short vlog, is some time back you may remember that my wife and I, we attempted to clean up a Summitar, and we were pretty successful in cleaning it up and taking it apart and so on. And I put the lens on a digital camera, of course, minus its 10 blades, and it took some rather nice photographs. But I really wanted to get that lens reassembled, and we tried to put numerous attempts to put those 10 blades back in. We could get 6 in, but couldn't get the other 4 in. There is a knack to it, but we sort of, well, to be honest, we lost patience in the end. And some of you made some excellent suggestions how to get around this. But in the end, I decided to send the lens back to Alan Starkey of UK Camera Works. Alan's done servicing on some of my cameras in the collection, and so basically it went to up to Lancashire, and I think they did some more cleaning to the lens and put the 10 iris blades back in, which my wife had cleaned up because they were rusty. Great shame really, because the lens itself was in good cosmetic condition. In fact, it's slightly better than the lens I bought to replace it. Now, at the moment, the lens isn't sitting on the camera that it came with, if you like. The camera that the lens came on is this one. This is a 1950 post-war 3C. I always think about the 3Cs really as being post-war cameras, but of course they weren't, because the first batch came out in 1940, so this is really an early one, and this is one of the last. So there's 10 years difference in production in these two cameras, and you can tell this is the early one because it's got this, and I'm going to get my cocktail stick out, it's got this little platform here where the rewind lever sits on, and these are referred to as steppers because they've got that little step there. This one, which is a post-war one, 1950, doesn't have the step. I don't know what the step did. I don't know whether it was there in the first place, and I don't know why they replaced it. If anybody does, please let us know. But at the moment, this is the lens, the cleaned lens, which actually came on this body. So what I'm going to do is, well, now both of these lenses are roughly the same age. They were both manufactured in 1949, and they're both single coated. And I think of all the early lights lenses, I think the Summitars is probably my favourite, and I was quite keen to get the other lens back in, well, this one actually back in working order. One London camera dealer, which I won't mention, said it was scrap, and well, I think we proved them wrong with a little bit of investment in it. Of the two lenses, actually, the other reason I wanted to get this lens repaired, if I could, is because it's in slightly better cosmetic condition than its replacement, which at the moment is sitting on the post-war 3C. And I say this because if I don't really be able to see this, if I just pull it out and lock it, if you look at the barrel, There are a few little scratches on it. I mean, these get scratched anyway because the front part of the collapsible lens is constantly being pulled out. But there's minimum scratching on there. In fact, looking at the screen on the phone, it looks quite bad. But to the naked eye, it's not that bad at all. And if we look at the replacement one, this one's actually got more scratches on, and it's got a little bit of what looks like brassing in places. This one, as I say, cosmetically was nicer. So what I'm going to do now, and all I'm going to do, just as an update really, to say that lens that you saw partly stripped with the blades out, that lens is now back in service, and that lens is on this body here. So I'm going to collapse that one now. I'm going to take it off this body. This is this body I bought just body only. I'll tell you a bit more about that in a minute. So I'm going to take that lens off, and I'm now going to take this lens off, this one, because this was bought as a replacement, and I'm now going to put the replacement onto the 1940 body. And now I am going to put this one back on to the camera to which it came with. Both the body and the lens have now been serviced. So there you go. That lens is now back after some time, after quite a few years, sitting on its original body. And the lenses, both lenses date from 1949, and it's perfectly possible that this lens was bought with this body, because the body was made in 1950, the lens 49. Now, to assemble a lens, it's a lot quicker than assembling a camera. So I think it's perfectly feasible that the camera made in 1950 would have a lens made in 1949. There may only be a few months production difference time between the two anyway. So that now, after many years, the lens and the body have been reunited. Strictly speaking, because this is a 1940 camera, whatever lens that came with, I have no idea. But so this lens is about 9 years later than the body it's sitting on. And as I said, this lens was bought as a replacement, and it's a good lens actually. Make no bones about that. It's performs well. So now I've got one that performs well anyway, and one that has actually been cleaned. So that's a little, if you like, I just wanted to update you on that, because I did the original vlog some time back, as I've said, showing the lens in bit. So really all I wanted to do was to show you now that Summitar, the one that's in bits, has been returned, fully assembled, and it's even now been put back on the body which it came with when I bought it, which may even be, we don't know, may even be the body that perhaps the camera was bought with. I think the camera actually may have been kept somewhere, maybe to be in the humid country. I mean, this does happen. I mean, obviously I don't know its history, but anyway, there you go. There's the two. There's the one lens now sitting on what could well be its original body. Incidentally, if you're new to Leicas, just purely as an aside, the 3Cs were the first of the Barnack type Leicas to have a one-piece die-cast body, and they're instantly recognisable because this bright work here continues right down there. The pre-war ones, the vulcanites continued right to there because the way the body was made was totally different. These are effectively the actual chassis is a one-piece die casting, and everything else is more or less hung off it. Whereas the earlier ones were several different pieces screwed together. In theory, this is a better design because the camera is more rigid. I mean, in practice, it doesn't really make any difference. But if you see any camera in a camera shop and it's got that, it's either going to be a 3C, well, not necessarily a 3C, could be a 2C. I think there was a 2C. It could be like a 3C, like this one is, or it could be a 2F or a 3F. And of course, the final screw thread, like the 3G, of course, featured this as well. But the 3G is instantly recognisable. One of the days I might do a vlog about recognising Leicas from a distance. And I'm just trying to think now. What did they make a 2C? I can't remember. There's certainly a 2F because a friend of mine's got one. Anyway, never mind. That's for something to research. If you know, let me know. So anyway, that's all I was going to say, and that's it. And I'll see you very soon. But just for now, do take care, and I'll speak soon. Bye for now.